To the Back Yourself podcast. Huss over here with Chrissy, the content creating legend. Sat to my right. And we are here to talk some footy for your entertainment. As always, you guys do fucking nothing for me. So a like, a comment, and a subscribe.
They did pretty well last time.
Only the people in New Zealand support us.
A new series is coming.
In Australia do nothing.
I can't wait.
A like, a subscribe, and maybe possibly a share to one of your mates. That would be fantastic.
And Roosters fans.
And Roosters. Poor Roosters. We'll get to them first. In the round 21 where every single game has a spread of 4.5 or 14.5, which shows me we're going to get a couple close ones, Chris, and a couple not so close ones. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well. I don't care. You know, truly, I've
gone
into the round. 7 games are a comedy show leading up to the greatest game of the year, I would say. For me, this is the game of the year. I know this is like maybe it's just for me and no one else actually rates it this highly. I actually think this is the game of the year.
I can't even say it's the Back Yourself game of the year. This is the Chris game
of the year. Yeah,
definitely. And for those loyal fans that tuned into the Back Yourself podcast, shout out to you, Matt, from last year.
Poor guy.
Where Cola put the dagger into the eyes of the Bulldogs and slayed them in front of the world at approximately 5:55 on a Sunday afternoon in week 1 of the finals. Will it happen again this weekend? Probably not.
Probably not.
Speaking of comedy shows, the Sydney Roosters are running out at 8 p.m. on Thursday Night Football, hosting the Melbourne Storm.
Well, a lot of people don't know our structure. There's a lot of new people here. So our structure
is brand new.
Yeah, well, one of the most important. This is the best part of the preview, the ins and outs segment.
This is what people come to us for us to relay who's playing and who's given up. So, Trent Robinson has turned to the familiar player of Sandon Smith and Sam Walker teaming up in the halves with Savala listed among the reserves as he looks to return from a wrist injury, which means Chad Townsend had his 1 week of service and has been pissed off again. Again, maybe Trent Robinson watches the podcast. Ethan King comes into the centre.
He definitely doesn't.
For his second NRL game, with notably his first one being a loss to the West Tigers, which is scary to think. After poor Roosters, Billy Smith goes down concussed last week. Victor Radley is sidelined with a shoulder injury, so CY1 comes into the starting side.
It's not a concussion.
From a knee injury. Taran Wishart will start at 5'8", with Cameron Munster being given time off for his father's funeral. Rest in peace to your father, Cameron Munster. Nelson has been suspended for the 900th time in his career, so Kane Bradley and Bronson Garlick are the new faces on the bench.
Why?
That doesn't actually tell me who starts, so I'll just scroll up. It's Liero and Co. starting. The other Origin players, Stefano and Liero, starting again.
And then the bench is the...
Ryan Pappenhausen still. Maybe his thought process also includes Roosters of, they don't really need me. But they did need him last week and he wasn't there, so something must actually be wrong.
No, they play Parra next week. So
a spread now of 4.5, Chris. What is your temptation levels of getting in bed with Roosters? Shout out to Barnesy and J-Maz. JB, Jeremy.
Yeah. I want to take Roosters because I feel like this is a last ditch, this is all they've got scenario.
I think they've ditched the season.
But that's my concern, is that they've ditched the season. Now, Trent Robinson's game plan through the halves is really pissing me off because Sam Walker, how many weeks has he been back? Is that it? Sam Walker's been back, I know.
3.5.
I have to change the edit.
Fuck me.
Look, Sam Walker's been back for 3 weeks and I genuinely think he's had 3 different halves partners.
Yep.
Like, how is that going to be good for anything?
It's helping him.
It's not, because he is still not at his best. When Sam Walker was at his pinnacle best, especially before he got injured, he guided the offense, and I came out and actually on the podcast said without him, they can't score. And it's been fine since because James has been playing so well, but am I going to take a team that was so poor against Cronulla last week on a shorter turnaround than Melbourne after Melbourne have lost? It's a very hard tell.
Melbourne have the shorter turnaround because they played on Saturday.
Oh, wait, Melbourne do have the shorter turnaround. You're right. But they both had tough games against 2 red-hot sides.
I'm sorry. You can't run out Ethan King.
Yeah, I know. That's the simple way of saying it, but a 3.5 spread is really pushing it. I mean, I think it's right on the money in one of the games. It's just going to be torture. I think in this game, maybe skip the spread and take unders because I don't think anyone's going to be really able to score. No one can kick the Tupou. No one can kick the Coates.
46.5.
That's a lot for this type of game where Roosters really, this is a must win. Playing Manly next week makes that one a must-win as well. You can't. If you lose the next 2 weeks, Roosters are finished for the year.
How did Roosters normally go in must-win games?
Never go well. But Melbourne, on the flip side, now that they're third, do they give a shit that they've come third? I don't think they care still. Look, fourth, maybe. I still don't think they care.
Nah, I'm taking over from you. This is out of control.
It's not, because Roosters will try. They will try.
3 points.
I will take Melbourne. I'm not going to sit here and take Roosters. But what I'm saying is it's got to be closer than everyone thinks.
There's nothing close about these cunts. Docker, Clay, Steep, Egan, Butcher coming on to save the
the Melbourne bench isn't even better.
Garlic, Kamakamika, Kane, Bradley to come on. They can kick to him. 3.5.
Well, you're essentially just taking it for Hughes and Grant.
Yeah. What are you taking plus 3.5 with the Roosters for?
For Denny. Well, the guy who kicked to him. They have Joe Chan.
I have a philosophy that Bellamy's going to outdo this. He's going to put Anderson to centre. He's going to put Joe Chan on the bench, and he's going to start Bradley. So they can't kick to either of these cunts.
So they won't be able to score. So they won't be able to score.
Yeah.
So Roosters might score 0.
Roosters, they've given up.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't think they have.
No, they've given up.
I don't think they've given up.
I think
last week was different.
I think for the same reasons that we took Sharks last week, we should take Melbourne again. Because Melbourne are coming off a loss.
I agree, but...
At 3, are you kidding me? We were ready to lay 2 with Sharks.
Am I really... I think because you said last podcast, you've drawn a line through Roosters.
They're done.
But I don't think they're done yet.
Because
I think this week is
what are they
huge.
going to do? They're going to go beat Melbourne, and then they're going to go to Brookvale and win, and then they're going to beat Dolphins? Or what's more likely, they lose to all of them after losing to Tigers?
For my books, and what I know from the Roosters, more likely is they lose all of them. Yeah. But they will win one of them.
And I was actually getting ready to come on and take, 5-6.5 with the Roosters, but this is showing me that these cunts are priced as if they're still good. They're not good.
Well,
you're looking at it again like,
in true
well,
Roosters,
they still have Fahu White, who allowed Brayley to just run past him. They still have Spencer Linney, who comes off the bench, who comes on and does nothing. Collins, who hasn't done anything for fucking 6 months.
I'd rather take unders.
Wong and fucking Fiketti. Why?
Because the pinnacle of Roosters' demise. And
but Melbourne doesn't even defend anymore.
True Roosters fans will know this. They'll give them fans hope by beating Melbourne and then fuck it up to Manly when they actually need to win. Because if you lose to Manly, it's a 4-point swing, you're done.
I think the fate of this game lies in the hands of Melbourne. Are they just like, we actually don't give a fuck about
any place?
Anything in 2025? Then they'll go and lose to Roosters. Because Roosters will somewhat try, but I think if both teams have a go, I'm not sure how Roosters stay within 2.5. Like, these guys can just kick to Katoa and just cover that way.
It's a torture game.
I'm not sure Nelson's that big of a loss because
he just gets through his own suspended anyway.
He just fucks them over every
And I'd rather him not there when he's playing like Linney and Collins, the fucking rats.
Truly, Munster doesn't even give a shit to do anything with these cunts anyway. Wishart, like, he can just show it and go run past Sandon Smith, who has essentially been kicked out of the club, but now they brought him back after kicking him out.
Well, that could be the biggest tell for Roosters. Is like, oh yeah, we're going to get rid of Sandon Smith. We're playing. This is like the Sexton problem.
Yeah.
Like, why? He's going.
Yeah. So
Savala's right there. Like, just start Savala. You have no... The other problem, playing Melbourne with no kicking game is never a good thing. They have no kicking game. They can't kick more than 50 metres.
And they can't,
10 metres.
And they can't kick to Tupou.
And they can't kick to Tupou. How are they going to score? 3.5. Is that it?
Yeah. Hughes destroyed this team. Hughes and Grant.
Will they try for more than 10 minutes?
It's really not like... Of the 4 Melbourne spine players, the 2 that are like would take advantage of penalties and errors are Grant and Hughes.
Yeah.
Where they just rip them apart in the middle. These guys quit to fucking Blake Brayley, for God's sake.
Yeah, Grant will...
Fuck Roosters. 3.5, is that it? Moving on to Friday night.
All right, Roosters.
Cowboys of War. Yeehaw! Take on...
He just wants
shout
to
out to the Zarafos brothers, the mighty...
They don't want it. They got robbed. They weren't happy with you.
Why?
With the... They were very unhappy with you on your Luciano take.
He's a fucking penalty.
No,
sorry, boy.
As I said, he walked into him.
All right, were they happy when Gutherson put his foot in the fucking dead ball line and took it out?
Yeah.
And they got a 7 tackles there, even though it should have been a dropout?
Well, I actually saw that live, and I was like, what are these guys doing?
Yeah, and Brandy's like, I love it when a player knows the rules. When
Neither of them know the rules. Yeah. But anyway, continue.
There's your New South Wales selector, the fuckwit. The Cowboys, the loss of Murray Taulagi was truly concerning for what's going to come. Pushes Braden Burns out to wing.
God
Jackson Purdue returns to the centres for the 60th time. And Thomas Duffy comes in at 5'8". Robert Derby has been recalled on the wing to replace Jackson Paulo. Talk about the most pointless swap of all time. John Bateman groin is back so Harrison Edwards pushes to front row to replace Thomas McKaylee, who was out with a knee injury. Fuck me. One change for the Dragons. Sione Finau pushes out, so Corey Allen comes onto the wing, and Matt Fianai comes into the centres for his third game of the season. A spread of 4.5 in what I would argue is the funniest game of the entire round. And I really hope you don't give me that much pushback because fuck me, Dragons Cowboys. Does it get any better on 6 p.m. on Friday? I don't think so.
I know Souths are playing.
Now, I did give a stat in the favour of the Zarafos brothers team last week that generally this team doesn't lose by big margins. And while they don't have that many wins on the board relative to the other teams, they essentially 85% of the time truly run out there and play a close contest. And that shows me they're well coached. Flanagan's got them firing up. He's making the best case scenario with the talent that he has. The only reason they're really losing by these narrow margins is a lack of upper echelon talent and just consistency among
cool heads,
right? Gutherson's been awesome. We knew that would be the case. I even think Kyle Flanagan's overhated. He's okay. Pacifica Tonga's just a new kid on the block, and he's learning his craft in first grade, which I'm fine with. Val Holmes gave up after he actually hurt his shoulder lifting the Origin Shield, and now he needs a reconstruction.
He's going to chill with Latrell.
He's with Latrell as we speak. But I do know that Dragons do fire up more often than they don't.
Make a case for Cowboys.
And for that reason, why in God's name would I lay 4.5 with Cowboys?
I would actually say Cowboys.
I know you would, but I'm challenging you with what I'm saying.
No, because Dragons can't fire up 2 weeks in it. They fired up last. We said this.
What? But the stats show us that they do fire up more. They fired up against Raiders the week before, and no matter how many times these idiots lose by 4, they keep going out there and firing up again. Whereas Cowboys, have they ever fired up? Since the fucking private jet game where they raped dogs, I don't think they fired up once. There's no fire in them. It's just backyard footy.
I only take forward Dragons. I need at least a try. They're awful. They have Gula. How many weeks can you start Gula and Clemmer and keep covering?
Well, when he's in a head-to-head matchup with Harrison Edwards, you can start him.
No, Dragons forwards too lazy.
The Cowboys forwards are more effortless.
Yeah, but at least they have drink water.
At least he's got stood up to dogs.
Dogs, they're gonna get stood up this way.
Look, Zarafos brothers, you cunts aren't happy with me. I'm going to get back in your good books. I'm taking Dragons head-to-head. Fuck Cowboys. You can't run out Derby and go out and win again. You guys suck ass. Go Dragons of War.
Why? I'm usually the Dragons whisperer.
Because why the fuck would anybody take Cowboys at $1.50? These teams are both garbage, right? Yeah. I at least would take $2.50 instead of $1.50. Knowing that the team that's $2.50 actually tries harder than the counterpart.
Yeah, they do try harder, but they're
they
less
try
talented.
Harder. Are they?
Yeah.
Against Burns and Derby, they're less talented.
And Edwards and Duffy.
Yeah, come on. Duffy's an awful player. They have Dearden, fair enough. He's probably the best player on the field. We have Gutho, the best leader on the field, I guess. And he can at least hold it all right, after last week, I just can't even look at Cowboys anymore. Truly.
I think that's it. I think you're just basing it too much on last week.
Nah, but intrinsically, that's what last week is.
Yeah, but they don't do that every week.
I know, but
they play a little bit better.
Again.
They're worse this week, I know.
With them, it's do you want to bet on they might throw the footy around and score heaps, or would I at $1.50, or would I rather take Dragons at, all right, these cunts suck ass, but they'll have a go.
Look.
And at least you're getting a good play.
I'm sorry, Zarafos brothers. This just gives me chills from last year, and it's roughly the same time of the season that Dogs beat you cunts for that top 8 spot. That I was saying, beating the drum for weeks, waiting for that game, and they lost. And from that point, Dragons gave in.
No. See, if you
did.
If you recall accurately, you said these cunts have given up, and then the following week when they played Titans, I said no, they're going to fire up, and they raped Titans.
Yeah, but
When Titans were actually all right.
no,
They didn't give up until
wrong.
later when I think they played like a top 8 team. They got absolutely molested. But
Overs. I'm staying away from both these spreads, to be honest. I can't be bothered. Both teams, both
4.5.
games. The shit.
What is the spread for this?
What
is the total for
50
this Dragon
has
game?
to be.
70.5.
50.
48.
Is that it?
yeah, that's
It's Dragons Cowboys.
pretty low, man. Fuck me.
They don't even have Val to go up there and seek revenge.
Dragons, I'll defend you, cunts.
The only reason Dragons should fire up, or Luch himself, is because the last time they played is the game that he fucked them over, and that's when they came back and beat him. Where when Luch dropped in the in-goal and they scored, that's the last time
you
they
wish
played.
it was Luch.
No, it was
Think about who it was.
Suwa? No.
No. Why would Seward do that? Who's the son of a bitch that fucked him over in that game?
I thought it was Luch.
No, it was one of the other back rowers. Some consider him a former Bulldog.
No.
He has the same first name as your old man.
Oh, Fatal Mariner. Yeah, I remember. That was the last time they
He's not
played.
in the 17 to fuck them over again. I'm going Dragons. Fuck these cunts.
You best man. I'm going over unders and overs so far. I can't. Despite,
The 4.5. I think of all the numbers, 4.5 is the most torturous spread.
yeah, I know because they would buy 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already know it.
Moving on to shout out to Seabass.
He doesn't want it.
Joel Coddington,
No one wants it.
Two ambassadors of the Parramatta Eels going to Brisbane at 13.5 with some play movement for both sides. Blues prop Payne Haas returns after being rested after Origin 3. Jesse Arthurs also plays his first game since round 17 after recovering from a rib injury. Corey Henson is also back on deck, and Kobe Hetherington, Billy
Holy
Walters, and
fuck.
Jack Krzyzewski are all on the interchange bench.
Full strength.
They literally have everyone.
Yeah.
This is as full strength as Brisbane.
I
have
mean,
been probably since round one.
hypothetically, Cobbo should be there, but let's just.
Well,
but he's awful.
he's available. He's just
He's not
awful.
selected. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but he is available.
A huge in for the Eels with star New South Wales
Royalty.
Mitch Moses back on deck after 4 games out with a calf injury. Footy Dean moves to 5'8". Joash Papali goes to fullback to unfortunately replace Isaiah Yongai, who's out with a hand injury. Will Penasini returns after his 50-game suspension to replace Simonson. Luca Moretti's added to the bench. Dylan Brown is part of the extended squad.
Suck my cock.
13.5.
All right.
The prodigal son returns, but
I'm sorry.
unfortunately the custodian is out.
against a full strength.
I'm
Brisbane
sorry,
team.
Para. Is that it? This is going to get ugly in a hurry. And I know for weeks we've been saying that these guys try, these guys have a crack, these guys try, these guys have a crack. I just cannot imagine a week that you guys don't try. And I think this might be it. Going to Brisbane in a game, yeah, Mitch is coming back. And I know the whole team plays 5% better. But this Brisbane team is exactly what we thought at the start of the season. They're coming off 5 wins in a row, coming off a bye, the return of Jensen, Haas, and Arthurs onto the wing. They're full strength playing this Para side without Dylan Brown. Obviously, because he's not playing for next year, but this is the team that you guys are named. They're dead. Honestly, they might. I don't want to start. I like Para, but they're going to get hit for 50 for sure. This Brisbane team's out for blood.
I'm completely off here.
What are you going to take Para?
So last week you took these cunts 13.5
I
with
like
running out dirt against a better Raiders team at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
And now that you're
Brisbane scare me.
now that your boyfriend's back with Penasini, now you don't want to take him.
Brisbane scare me.
I'm going.
Why?
I'm going Para.
Why?
There's part of me that thinks that these cunts might win.
Why?
Because now everyone's of the mindset that Brisbane are the gods of the NRL. They're not gods.
Yeah, but they're only 13. It's not like they're 20 and then I'll be like, all right.
Why
then
the
I'll
fuck
go.
would they? What the fuck have Brisbane done to lay 20 in a game?
They beat everyone by 20.
No, they haven't beat anyone. But they legit should have lost the fucking Sharks. They beat Titans twice, and now you want them to lay 20. I'm good. Go Para, bring the pain.
This is why the All Blacks jersey isn't in shot. Because
Fuck
it's
the
no
All
one's
Blacks, can't I hate.
Yes, no, you like the All Blacks. You hate Adam Reynolds.
I truly think Para have enough points in them now with Moses back. The
Doesn't
second phase sort of style that they play And Brisbane, at the end of the day, they still have... They're a 2-forward team. And I think Parra can get to 20 points in this game. And I don't want to bet on the fact that Brisbane will score 40 because...
I do.
I'm good.
I think they will score 40.
Nah, I think Parra can hang in there.
I think minimum they'll score 40. Minimum they'll score 40. They're dead. Look at the forwards. They're actually not... It's their first string forwards. If they can't fucking bring it together with these cunts, they're not going anywhere. It's Piakora, it's Ricky, it's Haas, it's Carrigan, and I don't even know... Who cares who plays lock? Kobe Hetherington versus Geimer, the second row, which you despise.
I like Geimer. He scored.
Yeah, he scored. Who else is fucking playing? Paulo?
Hopgood?
They don't even have a Lungy.
I'm fine. Good. Mate, they have Mitch. They literally ran out there with fucking Footy Dean and Joash Papali. You took him last week.
Yeah, I like them. Last week's different. I don't rate Raiders to fucking Brisbane.
Mate, Raiders literally raped Brisbane.
No.
This
iteration of Brisbane is a different story.
It's the same cunts.
The team have won 5 in a row is different.
It's the same cunts that went to Manly and lost, went to Raiders and lost.
There's
nothing new about it.
I thought you turned the corner on Brisbane.
No.
Fuck these cunts. I'm taking them.
At no point of this podcast that I come in and claim them.
I'm good, bro. There's no... I would lay up to 20. These cunts are going to die.
Why?
Mate, they try and they lose by 24.
Yeah, but that was without Mitch. And now
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
You're literally like saying he's the New South Wales best player. Now you're saying it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. He can play. They'll score 20. They'll concede 40.
If that happens, then sure. Okay.
They conceded 40 last week in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's to a better team. Raiders are way better than Broncos.
Not in this scenario.
They're literally 15-3.
Yeah, but not in this case. I would
what's the case?
The off a bye or 5 wins in a row, full strength.
Went clubbing after winning 5 games and then having a bye, and now convenient their full strength to go and play like dirt again. I'm good. Fuck Broncos. Go Parra.
I think these guys are dead. That's 3 times we've been against.
I don't like what we don't agree. It's fucking gay.
Don't worry, we're agreeing soon.
We can agree soon.
Here we go.
Shout out to all my Wise
fans
out there.
We did go back and forth with you guys 48 hours ago over Halasemus heroics. Yeah, I'm still did not get one admission that you cunts are lucky, and apparently it's all skill and will and competitive.
I've never heard a particular fan base that gives their kidney up for Tanner Boyd. Titans didn't even do that.
Do you know what bothers me about that? Is that if you took these same Waz fans 12 months ago when Tanner Boyd was a tight
No.
No, listen.
I got even better, but continue.
If you took these same Warriors fans before this cunt was a Warrior and he was a Titan and you were like, and if we came on and said Tanner Boyd's garbage, they would have all been like, yeah, they're right. Hey, Tanner Boyd's shit. Now that he's beaten Tigers and Knights when he played like dirt against Knights. Now they're like, he's actually gone. What do you guys?
I was going to say, imagine they lost to Knights and he missed that goal right in front. No. Where they're going to come out and defend him.
Yeah. That's how loyal they are.
Do you know what's incredible? We were the first advocates of Tanner Boyd because we said that after round 1 he should be back in the team.
Yeah.
And these guys still want to come attack us. We said from day 1 he should be there.
Yeah, I know.
It's incredible.
Preseason we said we would go Boyd and Metcalf.
Yeah, and then they lost round 1 to Raiders and got hammered and they couldn't score. We were like, yeah, okay, put Boyd in, you weirdos.
Anyway. Charles Nickel Clockside returns from his knee injury, so Tane Tiwapiki, after playing quite well in the last 2 weeks, to be honest, moves to 18th man and is the only side that got out of jail against Newcastle last week. Just one change to Des Hasler's side, who has turned the water off in the changing rooms. No more showers for you cunts until you get a win. With Tino Fasul Malawi getting replaced by Cleese Haas. A new look bench with Josh Patson, Jacob Alexos and Isaac Fasul Malawi coming in while David Fafita has re-aggravated his ankle injury. He must have slipped over in the shower. And Khan Pereira is still also in the shower and has been overlooked after playing 0 minutes off the bench. A spread of 11.5.
Give us 12.
Am I allowed to take upset alert off you?
No. This is my upset alert.
Oh, mate. I'm happy to disagree with you. 3 games out of 4 if we're aligned on Titans of War coming to town.
Okay. You know what will really aggregate Warriors fans right now?
Everything we're about to say?
No. Titans have beaten them the last 2 times. It's pretty funny, actually. And the last time wasn't
for
pretty.
The Anzacs.
Wasn't not pretty. Last time was 66-6 Warriors, if you guys remember.
Oh, fuck.
They got hammered. And then there was the Anzac Day clash where they didn't win the whole time. They hadn't won the whole fucking year. New Cuts gave them a win. We have to take them again, don't we? There's no obligation. I can't lay 11 with this Warriors spine. I don't. They didn't show enough for me against Knights in a game they should have lost. Realistically, yes, they won. Congratulations on your victory. But in a game they should have lost, chance doesn't change it for me that they can go beat any team in the NRL, which Titans are the lowest barrel team in the NRL by more than 12 points. I just don't think that's possible. And
it's possible.
No, it's not. I just don't think they're there at that level. Now, Titans, the only argument you could really make is what's their motivation to go to Warriors is that now that everyone has given up on Titans, including ourselves, saying they will come last, now is when they'll try. And truly, without Tino and David, they actually have been better.
I know.
All of last year, they didn't have Tino. David was in and out of the lineup, trying to figure out why Billy Slater didn't select him for Origin, which fair enough at the time. They were good. They were playing good footy.
Yep.
They kept winning. They kept covering. And at this point, this Warriors team, I think, like, based on what everyone's saying in the comments, they're so overhyped, it's incredible. In my eyes, it's actually insane. How can they sit there and be like, oh yeah, Tanner Boyd is fine to replace the Dally M halfback of the year? I don't understand.
Dally M player of the year.
He was going to be the Dally M player of the year. And they're just like, oh yeah, Tanner Boyd can just go in and replace him.
I truly wonder
how does that make sense?
If people actually listen to what we say. One guy in the comments was like, oh, you guys never even liked Metcalf, you're just Warriors haters. Where I'm like, we literally said he's the Dally M medalist.
Yeah, we said he's the Dally M medalist back in fucking round 14.
Look, the analysis
It doesn't matter because we're just going to take
is more of a fairy tale, emotional analysis for me. I'm sitting next to Mr. Emotional Take, but I do have to take the mic off him once in every while. The scenes of Des...
He's just going to die for this.
The scenes of Des pulling these cards out of the shower last week after quitting to Tigers is, in my mind, a top 5 NRL moment of the past 2 decades. Truly, because if you really pay attention to who was showering... Canberra, who didn't even play. David Fifino, who quit after re-injuring his ankle after
apparently.
playing for 8 minutes. I didn't even play.
I don't know.
I thought he just sat next to Canberra in the shower the whole game. And Fodawaker, who was literally Queensland's worst player of all time this year. Now...
So the players that were in the shower...
the shower boys are out of the fucking lineup, which is good.
No, is Shower Boy not playing, the other one?
Which he's
Grant
there,
playing,
but he's just like they're out of. Well, I can't kick out all the Shower boys. Now we have a few things going for us as optimistic Titans backers of this round. Number one, the spread is really high, really high.
Yeah, they can't.
11.5 is a lot of points. $4 odds is a lot of points. It's a lot of fucking. It's a lot of odds. Like after watching the Wars last week. I'll take $1.20 with Raiders. I'll take $1.20 with Broncos. I'll take $1.20 with Melbourne. I don't want to take $1.20 with Warriors right now. I think they are good enough that you should assume that they can beat Titans, but those are the sort of trap fucking fixtures where Melbourne at $1.20 never lose. Same with Raiders this year, but I don't put Warriors in that category that they're beyond slipping up and losing a game. That's for starters. Number 2 is the point that you made. Titans, as dirt as they are dirt with their best players on the field. And I don't think they can become even more dirt without them. And if anything, the Manly game we saw earlier this year, 100 games last year without Tino.
They played better.
They actually, for some stupid reason with this club, play with more effort and with more heart without these players. And talent has never been the reason that these motherfuckers are wooden spoons.
Yeah.
Effort and discipline is why they're last in the NRL. And if I'm actually willing to sacrifice some talent to get more of a gain in that area, because if they can just stay in the contest a bit more, between Jaden Campbell, Brimson, all these morons, Furmore, they still have enough points in them that I think they can go to Warriors and score 18 or 22 or 26 if they're lucky. The problem is they can easily go out there and concede 40 for no reason.
Yeah,
but
it's Titans.
In this sort of a fixture, the reports have come out that this will be Dez's 500th game coaching in the NRL and his last game, because they will fire him after this game. I don't know if you were made aware of this.
What are they going to do for the last 6
Just
games?
put some interim cunt in it and give up. So the stage
They're going to give up after this.
That I actually think the players that Dez has picked have enough respect for Dez that they will go out there and have a red hot crack
And once they have a red hot crack, I will put these cunts under duress to join you in upset alert that this is the pinnacle of, if you guys go out there and lose 13 plus to this Warriors team on Dez's 500th game, knowing that he's going to get fucking fired after this game, you come to the biggest pile of fucking dirt in the history of the sport in my eyes. And I don't want to come on and say that. So let's go.
No. I want to. If they're the biggest pile of dirt, honestly, out of the league at that point.
Yeah, no, which is what we'll say in the review if they go out there and give up.
But they shouldn't be under duress.
I think.
Can I take under duress off you?
No, okay, I'll change it because I know who I need to put under duress. But
good.
Titans, please, for the sake of fucking Des Hasler's legacy, go out there and try.
Correct. I agree.
Warriors, they have been hard to beat in New Zealand. They played very well this year, and they should still win. Realistically, and I don't want to tip against your upset alert because nothing will make me laugh more than Titans going and beating them somehow, but there's really no reason for you guys to lose.
No, there's no. They have no excuse. It's
your
expectation.
Like I said, you're not good. Like, you're not Melbourne or Raiders that I would assume that you will win 100%, but 99% that you can't should win. It's fucking Titans.
No, and now the comments will say, no, we're going to win, which is fine. Like, you better. All we're saying, we're on the side of Titans, for God's sake. You guys are in the top 4. You shouldn't be able to go in the comments and be like, nah, Warriors are going to win after they lose. If you can't lose, just own it. You lost to Titans. And we will come and smoke you, cunts.
And
it's simple.
There is something to be said that there are rugby league gods up there.
Yeah,
and the amount of fucking garbage games that these guys have won this year.
They're going to lose some
the
garbage.
Knights game, everything comes around.
We saw those last year.
And normally, the more garbage ways that you win, the more garbage way you end up losing. And there's nothing more garbage than losing to Titans at this point, which you pulled off last year on Anzac Day, which was hilarious.
I can't wait for the review of the whole season when Warriors have obviously been knocked out in the finals by some, and they'll be like, oh, well, we didn't have Metcalf. I will screenshot these particular comments from the last episode saying Tanner Boyd is as good as Metcalf. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, who
Tanner Boyd's that good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Here we go. The part of the podcast that I don't even know. I don't even need to speak. Oh, no, it's not South. South's
Not
next.
yet. The West Tigers go to the Penrith home of CommBank Stadium to take on the Penrith Panthers after Cleary and Yo have a laugh watching Souths give up last week, who are now returned with Liam Martin also listed among the reserves. Brian To'o has been named to play despite his ongoing knee and hamstring concerns. That's how scared they are of Tigers, apparently. Isaac Tungo also conveniently returns from suspension, pushing Paul Adamai to the 18th man. So they are no longer Penrith. They are Penrith with a capital P. Former Souths player Isaac Thompson will play his first game for the Tigers after scoring 12 tries in 18 New South Wales Cup games. Charlie Staines makes way. Thank God for that. God, he was awful. Api Korosawa was named to start after relinquishing his starting spot to Tristan Hope last week, who dropped it 2 minutes in. It really pissed me off. A spread of 13.5. Is there any reason to fucking be terrified of Tigers in this game? From your perspective, in the Battle of the West. And the Battle of Penrith versus Enrith, technically, because Korosawa and Luai are there, along with Taruva, which is hilarious.
I think this is the game, like your Para game. I think Tigers will cover and lose pretty easily. Just Penrith, have got up for the last 2 matches, realistically.
Have they?
Yeah, well, South.
You don't have to get up, because they just have to appear on the field.
True. But I feel like Tigers, last week, has to show some resemblance of, you can't win last week from not being awful and take that as, oh yeah, we're going to take it and just fucking give up. It's 1 week later because fuck it, we don't care. At this point, if Tigers try, they will cover the 12.
I'm sorry, mate.
You don't think they'll try? If they try, you still don't think they'll cover 12? Yeah. Wow. I think that's a complete 180.
What did we come on the review and say about Penrith? They're back to their old garbage ways.
Yeah, so scoring garbage.
If these motherfuckers played 7 weeks ago, which they did, and I said Penrith are going to destroy Tigers, and Tigers covered and lost, Penrith were playing like dirt back then. But now, it's last tackle, we're going to grub her, and it's going to ricochet off Korosawa into fucking Nathan Cleary's arms. He's going to go under the post and score. This garbage is happening for them, and it becomes contagious, right? Now, Dylan Edwards is just going to fucking try for 80 minutes, and Cleary's going to try for 80 minutes, and Yo is going to be doing his garbage ball playing that doesn't work in Origin. And it compounds. And the more it compounds, the more they can conveniently defend. And Tigers, we fucking saw last week they can't score. So truly, you're getting 13.5. That's like betting on Penrith total points under 20. And I know Tigers will concede 5 tries to these cunts. So, in my eyes, I'd much rather take Para knowing that at least they have some hope and they've been playing good. Tigers, they're the mirage of week after week see Para trying and playing good and the game just like goes against them. Tigers, they play like dirt every round, but no one actually realized that because these cunts have two-peated now. And I know they can't three-peat. So
and they're not winning.
Sorry to Harry, Charlie, you, Crazy Prague Mantis. You probably can't even cheer for these
Yeah,
cunts.
but Luai's playing his old team.
That's Luai plays like dirt every week. So I would actually lay it with Penrith. I think Tigers are dead meat.
You just want to make the case for South. I'm interested in what you're going to say about South.
Me too. I don't know what I'm going to say. Like what?
I truly think Tigers will give it a crack. I think they'll lose by 4
me too.
again.
Yeah, me too.
I think they'll lose by 4
I think they'll
again.
try and they'll get absolutely raped.
Nah, I think they'll lose by 4 for some reason.
I don't see Tigers edge Penrith anywhere.
They don't.
Yeah.
I know they don't. I'm not denying that, but I just can't get there with Penrith. I just think like...
What? Okay, why? I'm genuinely curious.
Cleary and Yo not playing last week proved that they're basically just fucking... Yes, they're great players, but it doesn't really matter. It's the Penrith system themselves that beats them, right? And
No, they just played South.
And they played South also. But in saying that, a lot of these players are wanting to be in this finals run when really, like, they should just take a fucking breather, in a sense.
Well,
What's convenient is To'o's playing, which he shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, why is he not taking another week off? It's
Yeah.
Tigers. Pungo comes back this week. Why?
yeah.
Martin comes back this week. Why?
Possibly, yeah. Why?
And my answer is it's kind of a case that we haven't said for a while is that all the fucking dirtbags will all play and then they will barely beat Tigers.
See,
I don't think they all come
for-
back and all of a sudden they just click and they just fucking beat
for
everyone.
that reason, normally we would say all the tryouts come back and they play like shit. The thing that worries me about taking Tigers is Penrith are actually incentivized to rest so many players, but they're choosing that for whatever reason they want to name their strongest 17, even though To'o's injured, Tango's coming back from suspension. Martin apparently is racing the clock to play fucking
Tigers.
Tigers. That signals to me that they want to go out there and destroy these cunts.
Why?
I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I'm just going with what facts we've been given, and the facts are if Penrith play like that, and
Of course,
that's their
yeah.
intention, Tigers just can't.
The
go.
only reason you take Tigers is Penrith not to play their best, and Tigers try.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine, but I can easily be swayed on this game. I'll happily take Penrith because the next game I'm kind of a bit more confident in one of the lines.
Well, hilariously, the line is the exact same because the South Sydney Rabbitohs, I guess, are hosting the Cronulla Sharks at Gosford Stadium with the following changes. The return of Jai Gray from a thumb
Your
injury
boy.
at fullback sees Alex Johnson revert to the wing. Isaiah Tass moved to centre. Aitken into the back row. Lewis Dodd starts at halfback for the first time this season. Wow, it took 21 rounds for him to get the 7 jersey.
And I said he'll be there round 1.
With Jamie Humphries sidelined with a concussion, who truly has actually been awful the last 2 months. Kaloa Matangi and Peter Mamazoulis are both out, which sees Kepi push into the starting side and Ashton Ward and Ryan Gray join the bench. Fuck me, South. Jesse Ramian returns after missing the Roosters game with a hamstring injury, but Brinton Nakora with concussion misses this match. Billy Burns starts and Daniel Atkinson joins the bench. 13.5 in a neutral venue.
It's South.
Caps off a Super Saturday where every spread is double digits. Do you have any bone in your body pushing you into the direction of South?
Yes, South. Why would Sharks try? There's no reason for them to go out there and really rape South. They don't care. They beat Roosters. South just fucking show some respect to yourself. Your season's done. At this point, they're just naming all the tryouts that might try and play. And truly, this is the lineup they used to keep covering at the start of the season, plus Dodd, I guess, instead of Humphries. But Humphries has been awful anyway, like you said. So Jai Gray was there. Harbinell was there, which I can see. Obviously, Dodd comes in, Wyden, the outside backs. Hyveely playing fucking hooker.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking South purely because I think Sharks will win. They'll probably win by 6. I can't see South just going out there mailing it in. Obviously, it's possible, but I don't think Sharks if they're that ruthless, then the league needs to fucking watch out. But I just don't think it's at that point.
If they're ruthless, would you be terrified of what could happen to South?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. If Sharks were
I'm
at their
scared.
best, I'd be like, yeah, all right.
I'm pretty scared to take South.
No, you're not.
I am. This is a forward pack running out without Kalon Matangi.
Yeah, but they play okay. They
No,
always
don't.
play okay.
No, they don't. They play awful round after round. They've been awful, right?
But these guys don't have the Cora, so
That's fine.
no, it's not.
It's South. Do you need a core to destroy South?
You don't need anything to destroy South.
Why would Sharks try?
Why would Sharks try? Go to Gosford.
Yeah, but how easily will they be able to score against South?
Very easily. No.
Okay, what I found with South of late, the effort's still there, interestingly enough. What isn't there is the execution and the ability to put points on the board.
Yeah, but Sharks will give you points.
Will they?
Yeah.
These guys could barely score against Manly and whichever morons they played last week.
What?
Penrith. Yeah, they couldn't score against Penrith.
Yeah, but...
Sharks defensively are better than both of them. I guess the angle we're coming out, well, I have to lay points in the next game, so I'll take South. Fuck it.
No, you don't.
I do.
I thought you were taking points.
No.
Guys playing. Look, between Para,
It's okay.
Tigers, South, and Knights, those 4, those are the big spreads, right?
Yeah, okay. I would look at it.
2 of them will cover.
What I'm looking at, Chris, is I don't want to look at the lens of the underdog this round. I want to look at it through the lens of the favourite.
Yeah.
Who is more incentivized to go out there and destroy their opposition? So, retrospectively, Warriors just got out of jail, probably clubbing
I
as we
forgot about
speak.
Titans, yeah.
There's no reason for them to go and try and win 13 plus. Broncos, I just don't trust them consistently enough to go out. If Broncos play their absolute best, I know they will destroy Para, but I don't trust them to dish that out after a bye and 5 beating.
Fair enough.
Penrith, I think they're trying. So my whole argument was there's nothing Tigers can do to withstand that onslaught. With this one, I know South suck, but we're looking at it in terms of Sharks kind of already just beaten all the teams they need to beat. Dolphins, Roosters.
Back to back, yeah.
Do they need to go on with 13 plus Souths? Probably not.
No,
they do
they
need to
didn't
win.
yeah.
So I wouldn't go upset alert or anything, but Souths
I'd never put South upset.
with Jai Gray,
Sorry.
those kind of players playing
They're
with
annoying.
effort still at this point. High Veely, is he worse than Peter? I don't think he is.
No.
I think they can hang within the number, is what I'd say.
Yeah, I think they can as well.
But one team I don't think can hang within the number is...
Which is surprising because
following match,
you are the
because-
Knights ambassador.
Yeah, I've got to let go of them after what Halasima did to them. But I got to talk ins and outs first before I do anything else. The Canberra
Sasangi.
Raiders lose Seb Chris with Sasangi starting at centre. The Knights destroyer himself. And Noah Martin coming onto the bench. On the Knights side of things, just one change to the measly Knights team. Jack Hetherington recalled on the bench to get sent off, and Thomas Kant moves to 18th man. So Adam O'Brien just running out the same team that can't really score. 14.5, so we got a little bit of a bump up in this one, Chris. I think Knights are going to be detonated on the field.
Did you? Someone in the comments, Charles Croon, right?
Charles Croon.
Can you get into this guy at Raiders jersey? I'm getting sick of this cunt. Why is he sitting on Raiders?
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not. Knights.
I'm not saying Knights are good.
done.
Yeah, but it's just so simple. You're just all right, they'll beat them by 15.
Yeah, they've beaten everyone. They're 15-3.
Listen.
Why do you still treat Raiders like they're dirt?
Because I know they can play like dirt.
That's fine.
Intrinsically,
But
I know it's going
They already did that. And the 3 weeks they did it, we bet against them every week. And if anything, I'm saying they played like dirt last week as well. They're actually yet to go out there and destroy someone. And
Who did
better?
last week?
No.
Oh, well, yeah, after a while.
In 10 minutes, they destroy them. Imagine if they try for 80
Yeah,
minutes.
but to your point,
Knights, after what Halasima did
to your
them,
point,
7 days later,
I
I'm going
know-
to go
I
to
know.
Canberra in 1 degree and play Raiders.
I told you from the start of this podcast, this round means nothing
I know.
until the last game.
I know, so let me have this. You can have the next game.
Thank you. But from a perspective that I want to look at it, I'm going to take unders.
Why?
Because Knights won't score. That I can bank on. With Gagai at fullback, the shape is abysmal.
Yep.
They barely scored past Warriors. Raiders are a better team with a better lineup, and on the other end, Knights actually try and defend, which is magical. But they actually try and defend. Outside of Halasima himself, they actually defend pretty well. I think they're still like the top 4 in defense, as shit as they are.
I have a novelty bet for this game.
It's both Sasangi and Fletcher Hunt to score.
But irrespective of that, I would put my hard-earned money on Raiders to score more than 50 points.
I'm side betting you. I reckon Brisbane will score more than Raiders.
I'll take it.
Good luck.
We'll put a whole charcoal chicken on the line.
Good luck.
Yeah. I don't need it. I'm playing Knights.
I'll play Para, bro.
No, that's fine with me. The Raiders' attack is way more lethal than the Broncos one.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Not with Walsh. Nah.
Yeah.
They're going to fucking annoy.
Broncos have
Sorry,
the,
Seabass.
Wow. Broncos have the names. Raiders have the actual fucking resume this year.
Raiders are due to score 10. Might lose.
Fuck off.
Because, look, the only upset we've actually said is Titans.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I can't... Yeah.
The round is all... No, I took Dragons.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You took Dragons.
And you actually are leading Roosters. Out of the Roosters and Storm game, one of them will be a pointless upset. Then we need Titans. And then the rest of them is 13.5, 13.5, 13.5. So there's no upset.
No, well, in this league, anything can happen.
No.
But
No one the underdogs are Knights.
Fine, I will lay 14. Reluctantly, again, with Raiders.
Why are you scared of Knights?
I'm not scared of Knights. I'm scared of Raiders. I don't know what they're going to put up. I can't... I know they're 15-3. But I know they're going to fuck it up at some point and lose.
If you can't bet on Raiders in a year that they're 15-3, then who can you rely on? Melbourne quit every other round. Dogs can't score anymore. Warriors, all they do is win by 1 when they don't even deserve
Knights
to.
give up?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Why would you bet on Knights knowing they're going to give up?
No. Unders, I'm telling you. I can't take Knights.
No, because this is similar to having taken unders last week against Para, but on steroids. Because Para tried for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Knights have more than 15 minutes in them.
They do.
In the petrol tank.
They do.
Why would they try? How many times can you... Okay, they tried against Melbourne. They let it at halftime. It got too hard. They tried last week. They literally lost to the most bullshit thing I've seen in 10 years.
Yeah, so they tried twice and it didn't work. They'll try a third time and this time will work for no reason.
No, they have actually tried every round.
No, they haven't. Don't take that back. There's some rounds Knights just give up.
No, they literally went out and beat Dolphins.
We'll just...
They tried against Raiders last time, lost by 4. They're dead.
They play Raiders well, though.
Knights have just played 3 games at home as well.
They do play Raiders well.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they did last time.
No, that was during the stretch where all Raiders were winning by 4.
Yeah, but they play well, intrinsically.
They tried.
So you're waiting for them not to... Who they play next week?
Penrith.
Oh, well, they'll try.
But they're back at home. So legit, sandwiched between 10 games of trying at home, they go to Canberra at 2 p.m. They're dead. This should be 20.5.
I'm not convinced.
All right. I can't convince you, so we'll just move on
Conveniently.
to the last game of the round.
Thank you.
I'll do the shout-outs.
50 minutes to get to this game.
I'll do the shout-outs. You give me the analysis.
Thank God.
Shout out to you, Matthew, Chris Creas, Stephen Crichton, the man with the helmet, the man that can change the landscape of the universe with one carry of the ball. Shout out to you, Jacob Carraz, the ambassador of New South Wales, along with another man that is the ambassador of New South Wales, Jacob Preston. The highest try scorer in Origin history, yet to be, but I'm seeing the future. Shout out to Lachlan Galvin. They started construction of the second statue last night.
That's true.
It might be built by full time of this round. Shout out to Sexton. His flight got delayed, so he's an option for being picked at halfback next week if Serralvo gets bored. Salmon's still there, so this cunt didn't watch the podcast, clearly. But what can I say?
He only watches snippets.
That weird winger is out, which is good. Jerry's back, but Montoya's not next to him, so he might be confused.
Wait, so who's the winger?
Tuala. I don't know what capacity they kept him, but that's fine. Shout out to Burden, who's been awful for 3 months straight, but no one wants to call it out except me. Shout out to Tracy, the little brother of Dylan Edwards, pretty much.
Jai Gray.
And Jai Gray. Shout out to Max King.
Yeah.
The only blue you'll wear is Bulldogs blue, I hope, for the sake of the state.
Yeah. Kurt Man.
Yep. You cutting me bleeds maroon.
Is there anyone else?
Harry Hayes, the next coming to Sonny Bill
Okay,
Williams.
yeah.
I think that's
Serraldo, at Gus.
Serraldo, yeah.
The greatest coach ever.
The greatest puppet of the history of the NRL. And Gus, the man that didn't know Galvin but got him into the building. Shout outs. Complete analysis, please. 3.5. Oh, shit, I haven't done ins and outs.
Yeah, ins and
It's a
outs.
big job.
Wow, bro. You didn't even organise ins and outs.
Sorry, bro. Okay.
Oh, God. I just realised it was reffing.
Ashley Klein's refereeing.
This might as well just...
Bulldogs have already
There might
won.
as well just be a finals game in advance.
Yeah, they
With
get
this
this
guy, bro.
They think this is week 1 of the final.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Okay.
Here we go.
Bronson Jerry is back from a groin injury, which sees Tuala to the wing, and Rinakama makes way after his game winner. Sam Hughes returns to the side in playing front row. Josh Curran reverts to the bench to fill the void left by Tupanua.
Oh, yeah. Concussion, boy.
Hamali Olakwatu miraculously has healed in time to play this massive fixture and will start in the back row. Corey Waddell slides to the
Thank
bench.
God.
And Tommy Talau slides to 18th man. Simpkin has been named to play despite failing to return from a head injury assessment last week against Melbourne. A spread of 3.5 is that it, in my opinion. But yours is what really matters.
In a round that truly no game has any bearing on anything in my eyes, because everyone should just win and they're 13.5 except for fucking Roosters apparently.
And Dragons.
Who cares? This is the game of the round and essentially an early finals game. Now there's obviously a reason for this, but for some reason this game's at Allianz. Don't know why. It should be at ANZ because it's a what's it called? It is a Dogs home game and not a finals game, and it's not at Allianz. But this one's at Allianz, so there's a reason. But I don't give a fuck. They're playing at Allianz because this is a finals preview. I've been saying it for weeks. For some reason, I have a feeling it will be Dogs Manly in the finals, and truly one of the best finals moments we had last year was Cola's try against Dogs. To break the dagger into the Bulldogs' heritage of winning a grand final. And anyone that wants to come at me and say, we didn't say we're going to win a grand final, yeah, you did. Don't lie, right? We sat here and had to take it from you cunts until Manly won. Yeah. All right. Now, in terms of this game, I feel like I'm cheating on my missus if I don't take Manly.
And you essentially are. So this is more of
because
a
this
matter
is a
of
Manly game.
This has nothing to do with betting and sports. This is a matter of your integrity.
Because what am I supposed to do?
Take Dogs, bro.
How can I sit there and watch the Dogs game playing Manly? I mean,
cheer for Dogs.
And cheer for Dogs. It's just out of my control. But the spread is completely and utterly wrong. 3.5, is that it? Manly are awful. They played one good game. And like I said, no one commented because I didn't.
They're too busy talking about.
They were too busy talking about Halasima. No one commented saying, "Oh yeah, I watched this podcast and they said, yeah, Manly's back." The bookies clearly think Manly's back to put them 3.5 against Dogs, or they think Dogs are dirt. Now 3.5 last week, they actually would have covered it, and they played Dragons, who are an awful team. But Manly are they've literally won one game. The weeks before they played Tigers and South at home, which we've seen Tigers and we've seen South. They're atrocious teams, and Manly should beat them. They have. But last week, and I think, Shane, you mentioned this in the review podcast, Manly did look better. Manly actually looked okay, right? Their often problem is they're 1 to 7, even though it's the same fucking players, they couldn't string anything together at all. But last week, they had to against Melbourne, and they did. And a bit of grit and a bit of fight, and they got over the line. Yes, they got the garbage call on Harry Grant. It was a penalty for anyone that wants to know. My take on that was. But they won because of that. Now, for me to only take 3 points with Manly is diabolical. In my eyes, and this should be...
Under duress.
Under duress.
It is.
If Dogs lose... What should I make them do? What should they do? I actually think at this point
50 apologies.
No. Dissolve the entire fucking franchise, guys. Because I'll tell you why. I know it's extensive, and you guys are like, what the fuck? You can't say that. Dissolve the entire. You cunts have worked your fucking bottom sides off for the last 2 seasons, where Manly's literally rocked up for finals and whipped your ass 3 times.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Manly have played like dirt the whole year. If you cunts go out there at Allianz on Sunday and lose to this Manly team, truly, you cunts will never. It will never happen. You'll never beat them. Just sack it. If you play Manly in the finals, just give up, forfeit. Because for 2 years, you guys have been consistent. We're going to play this fucking level, and you cannot beat these Eagles. It's impossible. You find it just amusing. And last time was the finals that you guys actually played probably your best game against a good opposition, but obviously outclassed by some skill. Cola and obviously Turbo and Cherry Evans, they all had a great year. But the first time, for anyone that doesn't remember, when they played Manly about 3 weeks out, or 2 weeks from the finals.
I'm glad you made reference to this game.
Wow. I mean, Manly dismantled Bulldogs. It wasn't even close. And if they play like that again, Manly will beat them again. Dogs are a very structured team. If the game gets in the grind, they will win. But the thing is about Manly is they're not afraid to throw the footy around the way Dogs defend. And throwing the footy around means Anari Tuala is going to be on fucking sub. And that's good night in my eyes, either in the air or on the ground. Anari does nothing on the wing. Nothing against sub. So, look, is Serraldo going to pull some garbage, which is what you would indicate that he might do, and put Kiraz out there, which never works for these cunts as soon as he does some shit. But just on paper, even the other guy, he's not even that fast, but like they didn't try anything. They've just put Anari out there who can't beat him on the ground and can't beat him in the air. So, I mean, if they get it out there, which Manly will, Manly's number one game against Bulldogs, throw the footy around, you guys be able to stop it. So, look, in my eyes, I want to take Manly, but the spread is wrong. If this was 6, I'd be all over it. It would be my upset alert.
What if it was 5? I think 5 is fair.
5 is fair. 6 is a bit of a stretch. I would still have to take Dogs. The way Manly's played the whole year, I can't base one game and give them 5 against the team coming second, who's been this consistent. But if Dogs lose, watch out. Dogs fans need to be in the comments, because next podcast is going to be an explosion from both of us if they lose this game.
You know, like we had our laughing moments of reminiscing to last year and this being your fixture and yada, yada, yada. The more I think about this specific matchup on Sunday is the most interesting game of the entire year.
It's the game of the year.
And I'm about to allude to why. Obviously, the collar dagger into your eye sockets, we remember very fondly. But Manly actually began the demise of these cunts.
Yeah.
3 weeks prior to Collar entering his dagger into your skull. Because this was a pick'em at a core. Actually, that one was at a core. Reid Marnie scored in the second minute for anyone that forgot. The stadium erupted with Bulldogs fans, and me and you were watching, and you were like, fuck's sake, like, here they go again, they're going to start front running. And I was like, I'm not worried. I think Manly can get on top of them. And that was last year's Dogs. Yeah. From that point forward, and I actually made the case before the game, Manly's forwards will actually destroy this team. Because Paseke was playing, Hamoli was healthy, he was playing Origin at the time. Jake Jabrovic was a year younger, he was playing much better than he is this year. And
Tom was playing good as well.
Tom was healthy and he was playing awesome. This was before he got injured. And at this stage, Manly, like, through the middle, where that was the perceived strength of Bulldogs,
they had
completely dismantled their existence.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, they play again. Dogs played much better in this contest. It was a nip and tuck game. Dogs led for the majority. A bit of class from the Manly key players in the end got them home. And Kola, obviously, just a bit of individual brilliance sealed the deal.
That was 2 brilliant plays. That was a scrum try as well. That was incredible.
The Cherry Evans and Brooks one was fucking outstanding. So now, fast forward 12 months later, essentially.
Have you guys learned anything?
Think about all the things that have happened, how bad Manly's been to give Titans and Knights wins when they led both of those games, how good Dogs have been to start 9-1 and to sign Galvin and be in a position where they can compete for a premiership. And 7 days ago, everyone thought Manly was done on the year, including me. You were the only cunt defending these morons. And after all that evidence, we're back to 3.5.
Yeah, no, that's why the line's wrong.
This is incredible.
But they're scared of them.
No Paseka. Hamoli's first game back after a shoulder dislocation, which, trust me, I know better than anyone. It's fucking hard to run out there. And after all that, you can't get 3.5. You're fucking joking me.
No. I'm saying it's wrong. But are they scared? Are they just intrinsically scared of Manly?
I'm not mad at you, mate. I'm mad at the bookies because I would have this at 6.5.
Yeah.
Manly, after They beat Tigers and lost the Titans. They win one game by 2 points. Now you want to put them 2.5 to Dogs, who for 24 months have been the fucking
better
example of consistency, the better team, probably even the more talented team at this point, considering what Turbo is and Olakau'atu's state of health and all this crap. And now you're going to put them 2.5. This is a Bulldog spot. You guys are under duress. I'll put my money where my mouth is. The Bulldogs should go out and, in my opinion, should win by double digits. Your forward pack is 10 times better than Manly's one. Your depth is 10 times better than Manly's. You're playing better. You have the strike to match Manly try for try. The style of play is more finals footy sorted, whereas Manly, like you said, just throw the footy around and pray for the best. There is no reason in the world for you guys to go out and lose to this Manly side, and you better hope you don't, because if you do, you're going to have to turn the volume dial down to 0 or come the review, because me and Chris, we are not fucking pulling any punches. But you are under duress. I believe in Dogs. I think they will separate themselves from the lower echelon competitive teams like Sharks, Manly, all these morons in the next month or two. And I think it starts on Sunday after they dismantle Sea Eagles.
Now, obviously, I hope you're right in a way, because, I mean, it's the right side and the bookies have got it completely wrong. But if Manly do win, there's warning signs for the whole competition. Because, like you said, they're nowhere near what they are, what they can be.
Yep.
And they're playing the team coming second, who's been the consistent side in the last 24 months and have dismantled them 3 times.
Yeah.
Essentially. And, I mean, the first time, I want to reiterate, that was probably the first time I've ever seen Dogs defend that poorly. Like, Olakau'atu, depending on how healthy he is, he actually beat the shit out of Kikau that day.
He did, yeah.
And they just destroyed that the left-hand edge of Dogs. And that's convenient where Inari is. But truly, the spread is completely wrong. It should be 6.5. It isn't. But we can only bet on what the spread is. My heart always will be with Manly. And I will hope, regardless, that they do come out and win this game. I think this is a good spot for overs as well. Manly kind of infect the Dogs in actually being able to score, and Manly can't defend themselves, and they don't try and fucking deceive themselves that they can defend in any capacity. They're just like, oh, they scored 22, all right, we'll score 24. That's fine. So I think an over spot in a game that will be treated like a finals game. Ashley Klein, like I've said in Origin as well, and we've said a million times, keep your arm out of the game and your whistle, right? Because this is the game of the year, in my opinion. A team that is absolutely been hot for 24 months and been consistent versus, they're not red hot, but this Manly team who always has it over Bulldogs, and can they have it over one more time? It's 2nd versus 7th. It's the game of the year in my place.
The game of the year, I agree with you, mate. Especially the way Manly won last week to keep their season alive. I cannot wait for 4 p.m. on Sunday.
And South.
With that being said, wraps up a preview of a not so interesting round, but ends with a bang. Hopefully that Manly Dogs game lives up to our expectations. Other than that, is there 3 key things you're looking forward to in this round? My friend.
Roosters, have they given up? That would be the big key. If they give up, they will get hammered. Brisbane, how good are you, cunts? Because I'm believing in you. I want to see 50 on the board, truly, from these bums. And how can else put it? The showdown on Sunday, game of the year, Manly Dogs. Wow. I don't even know what to say. It's going to be a great game.
I agree with you, mate. More than Dogs, Manly, I'm more excited for Dragons and Cowboys.
Of course.
Especially the Circus at 6 p.m. I feel like they always schedule the 6 p.m. game on Friday as the Circus clown show of the round. And normally that means Cowboys are playing.
Yeah.
Second to that, I would give up my left kidney to see Titans go out there and win.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Against the G's. Sorry, G's. I'm not, though. And third to that, I want the highest amount of points scored by one team of all time against Knights. Sorry, boys. I really wonder if Raiders can get to 76.
Okay. At what level will you bring the polo back if Knights win?
No, I'll bring. You're thinking the wrong way around. If Knights concede 70 or more, I'll put the polo on.
Why?
The Knights ambassador.
Okay, all right, and then of course.
Also, if they win, obviously.
Yeah, and side bet: if Brisbane score more than Raiders, he's going to put the All Blacks jersey on. It's right there.
All right, I will put it on if they score more than them. Fine. But if they don't, you have to come and do the 2-litre milk challenge on the podcast.
Fine. Deal. Deal.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys come the review. Peace out.